Vanakkam. It's very nice that you have come here to share your views on certain things which we are going to discuss now. It's almost 50 days, more than 50 days, the schools are closed and the children are not with us during daytime. Now the children are with families, day in and day out. This is a very rare situation, both for the parents and the children. And interestingly, these children are also not allowed to go outside their homes. It's a lockdown situation. During this lockdown situation, what kind of emotional status the children would have developed now? And what is that you as a teacher, as a head of the school, you are planning to help the children?
Yes. First of all, it is a very unusual summer for us. Usually, summer holidays is for between 40 days to 30 days. But then this time we had to close the school early, and it's a very long time that we are missing our children actually. And at the same time, I also think that children also will miss the school, and they will also miss their teachers, especially, and friends. And being on holidays at home for maybe for 10-15 days is good for them. But when it exceeds more than that, I'm sure it is a pressure for children, because children love to move around places, love to look around, play with their friends, and their nature is like that. But this lockdown has stopped all these opportunities for them to go out of the house. So they are locked up in the house, and I would say that itself is a emotional pressure for the children to handle. And all these things will definitely reflect in their activities. Hopefully, their parents would have observed it, and they will be wondering how to help children. And as a school, especially with utmost interest in children, we would like to definitely pitch in and do something for children to take care of their emotional aspects, and also to keep them engaging in learning and things like that. So, what are we planning? Actually, we keep thinking about these things, and we are also attending a lot of webinars on that. We ourselves have conducted a webinar on child protection and child care, and even in that webinar, we got a very bad data from the Child Welfare Committee chairperson that the abuse against children, the child protection violation has increased during this lockdown period. So, as a school, child-centered school, we definitely have to do something for it. That is why we try to reach out to children and parents through our online classes. And luckily, we are a Microsoft school now, and we have all the technological features that would help us to reach out to them on a daily basis. And I think we are the ones who have started online classes, regular classes, live classes, including the middle school. Not only for higher secondary and high school, we have also started for middle school. That itself has given a lot of happiness for children to come and attend the class, interact with their teachers and friends. That is one thing that we are doing. And the other thing is that we are trying to provide counseling help for children and also parents. And hopefully we will start our counseling center at our school at the earliest possible. So we have Dr. Mohan Raj here with us, who would guide us in this regard, so that we will start it as soon as possible. That is another plan. The third thing is that post-COVID, so we are getting ready for post-COVID schooling, which means maintaining the hygiene, maintaining the norms that government has asked us to follow. Along with that, we should also take care of the emotional health of the children, which I'm sure has affected much because of this lockdown. And we are planning to conduct a lot of relaxation activities as soon as they come to school. At least for a week, we need to engage them into a lot of relaxation activities, including dance, music, singing, and also meditation needed, and counseling. So these are the things that I am looking forward to.
It's very nice to hear that you have a big master plan framework to help children now and also when the school reopens. It's very nice. I mean, your plans, I wish that your plans
Thank you.
succeeds. But now I would like to go a little deeper into it. The children are with the parents 24 hours in the house. Normally during summer holidays, the children go with their parents, their relatives' house or to some place of interest to see them. And the holiday is also a learning time for most of the children. But now, though the schools are closed, but children are not moving out. They are not going anywhere. They are 24 hours with their parents and their siblings. This is very rare of the rarest. What kind of an emotional status it could have given to the children in particular? And I would also request you, if there is a negative emotional aspect due to this happen to the children, what would you suggest to the parents and also to the teachers to help the children?
Right. The point you made is very valid, and what happens to all of us, particularly children, we get used to a particular routine. The body and mind gets used to a particular routine, and the emotional program, the mind program, it adjusts according to that routine and that plan. So when that plan is disrupted, your emotional system and your mind system gets disrupted. Now children, they want freedom. They like mobility. They like to be free thinking and free doing.
They would like to go out and play.
Right. Children are very spontaneous. They like to do what comes to their mind. So when that is restricted, then their entire emotions get affected. It could be lot of, there could be a lot of anger. There could be a lot of frustration. And as children, they could be conscious of part of it. They could be even unconscious of most of it. So it would affect them, also depending upon the personality of the child. Some children are stronger by nature in the mind, so they may cope up better. And those who are not so strong, they will be affected more than them. And to answer your question on what is the remedy, the suggestion to parents is how to help the child reconcile and accept the change in situation. For the child to realize that this is a situation which is not like before, and we need to cope up with that and give the confidence. Don't worry, don't panic. We are with you and we will all do it together. So to give that kind of a support and strength to the child to feel strong and to accept the situation and look at it with confidence.
The children are in anger, for example, or they are very anxious. They have developed a negative feelings within them, and helping them to reconcile in this situation is okay. I mean, I agree on that. But who would help the child to reconcile? Because the parents, I don't know how many parents will be able to do that. And this is the first time children are with their parents 24 hours. Because all these years from their birth, they have never seen their parents, always with them. And now they are missing their peers, their friends and their relatives, their fun, their school, their teachers. Many things they are missing, and they are in the house. I agree what you have said, that they develop some kind of anxiety, and that will affect. What kind of uh, emotional outburst the child could get because of bottling these type of unusual emotional aspect? What do you think? Question number one to you. And you have, as a principal, as head of the institutions, you have planned a lot of things uh, to help children now and also after opening of the school. But in your plan, what is that you are going to do to, in case if the child has to reconcile uh, with himself, herself, to meet the challenges? I will come back to you. But how will they reconcile? Whether parents will be able to do it? Do you have any suggestions to the parents? And do you think that parents should also go for kind of I will not say counseling, but go for some kind of a consultation with people like you, because you have done family counseling, marital counseling, child counseling, and all that. Do you recommend that parents also meet people like you to resolve this issue?
The child has three kinds of support systems. One is the parental, the adult support for the child, because children, till they are 18 or 19, the frontal development of the brain, it requires a support system from an adult, and that's where the adult accompaniment for the child is important, and that is supposed to come mainly from the parental and families. The second support system is the peer support system, the friends, siblings, so that kind of support system. And the third support system is the institutional, the school. So the child as a student, the systems of the school, the formatted learning, that helps the child. So these are the three support systems for the child. Now, in a situation where the basic systems are disrupted, like the COVID situation, the parents might also require some additional support to restore the family situation back to normalcy. Because even the day-to-day house routines would have been disrupted. The adults are also, would be in a confusion of what to do and how to go ahead. So, immaterial of the age, any person who, some of them might do well with an additional support. It could be in the form of, just sharing and expressing my fear or anxiety, or it might be more in the form of, more planned way of looking into what is my fear. So for both parents and children, I would suggest, in cases where it is necessary, it helps. It helps to take very specific time to take help and to help ourselves.
Right. Dr. Mohan was talking about institutional support. Would you like to also describe what institutional support is currently available for our children, those who are in the house? Then what type of support we are planning to give to the children when they come back to school? Because as Dr. Mohan said, school is an important aspect of a child's life. Even for ourselves, we can't imagine our children without schooling. Having said and done about the online learning, television learning, radio learning, so many things are coming up. But without a guru's support, it will not be possible.
Exactly.
I hope the very basic fundamental, the foundation of schooling is not shaken. However, I would like to ask you, what type of an institutional support is now available for children and will be available for them when they come back?
Yes. So I would say, though this pandemic is a new situation for us, but taking care of children or taking care of the emotions of children is not something new to MMS. MMS has always been child-centered, and there is no other school who would offer this much respect to children. That's what I would say. As a proud principal of the school, I would definitely tell that, because children enjoy a lot of freedom here. Whenever they come to school, they're very happy. They're found to be very happy, and we try our best to understand them completely, with including their emotions and psychological needs and everything. So this has helped us a lot to take care of them really well, and that will definitely continue now. And thanks to our teachers who are cooperating with us even through this lockdown period, and we are talking to them, and we are through experts and through a lot of documents on how to understand children even better, especially during this pandemic time, and how to help them through their classes. Right now, online classes itself is a platform where teachers interact with their children, where teachers try to understand what is happening with them at home. So, from the data that we receive, from the reports that we receive from teachers, clearly tells that there is a lot of understanding happening between both teachers and students. So that is available at the moment, and we have provided the communication platform for students. We have provided individual login IDs at Microsoft, through which they can reach to us at any time, reach to any teacher or to the management or principal, whomever they are comfortable with. They can easily reach out to them, and then they can talk. So this one help that is provided at the moment, and we are also providing online counseling. So whenever needed, the children can approach us through online, and they can also have the counseling with us. And not only that, we have initiated and installed a child welfare committee for the new year, and that has been announced to everybody, like including the parents. And if at all any such incidences that which are against children, which are against the child rights, they can be reported to us, and we can do any kind of help. Even if it is legal, we can also take legal help from our consultants, and then we can do that. So these are the frameworks that we have at the moment to help children psychologically and emotionally, and also to protect their rights. So when they come back, definitely our teachers are ready to accept them, and we would like to give a feeling that school is another home for them, and teachers are like their second parents, so that children open up. So making them feel at home would help us to understand them better, and we give an opportunity for them to express themselves. And only when they express, we can start helping them. So that is what is our plan, and that is why we would like to have a period of relaxation sessions for them, through which we can make them open their mind and open their feelings to us, so that teachers can accompany them, and then adults accompany is, as sir mentioned, it's very, very important for a child. And we cannot afford to leave a child feeling lonely. So that is what is our main thing that we are going to focus on when they come back. That's why we keep training our teachers, we keep talking to them, and they are also positively responding to our training programs, and they are also ready to accept. So teachers' role plays a major importance in this kind of situation. In my own experience, like there are children at our school who are able to share confidential things with their teachers rather than their parents. So those children definitely would need a lot of help at the moment, and I think our teachers and our system is ready for that. And as a child-centered school, we are very much worried about their emotional health. That is why even this discussion is happening. So that is how I look at it. And definitely our counseling center is going to be vibrantly installed and used for this purpose even after COVID. We can also extend the help to parents and public if needed.
I'm really happy to know that you have a real long-term plan when so many institutions and other civil societies are struggling to meet the challenges of the COVID situation now and also the post-COVID situation. And I understand that we are going to have a permanent counseling center where many counselors will be available. Will it be available for 24/7?
Yes.
It will be available for 24/7. People will be available. Anybody can talk to them very confidentially, privately, and it is already
Professional
going.
counselors.
Professional counseling. It's already going on. Dr. Mohan has done counseling for the children, and also many teachers have talked to them. Parents have talked to them. Spouses have already. Last 50 days, you have around 20-25 counselings you have already done. So the counseling center will be here exclusively. That's one. And the second one is you have a master plan where you are training your teachers to meet the challenges, because this is completely new for everybody.
Anybody, yes.
Anybody is completely new. And good thing that you have recognized the fact that everybody needs some kind of a support, things like that. So parents can come together and they can share between themselves, and also they can come to our counseling center. And students, you have mentioned it. I'm really happy that you used the word that the school respects the children. That's very, very important, because children are no longer children. I heard many times people used to say the future citizens of the country. I don't accept that. They are the present citizens of the country, and I'm really happy that you have said that you respect the children. That's the most important fundamental thing for children, to put their life on a solid concrete basis, foundation. It's very good. So you are now planning also for the children. So counseling center for all. Then the teachers are being trained and will be continually trained and counseled, and children will also be given counseling and help them. And you have a lot of plans for them to relax, play, drama, dance, music, many things you are planning. I'm very happy that you have done, and on behalf of the management, I should thank both of you for your contribution. I request you to continuously do this, and the management will always be ready to accept whatever you do, and bring in more people into it, because we also need to learn a lot of things. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.